Hello all. Myself, Dr. K. Gomati, Assistant Professor, Department of Home Science, Sri Sharada College for Women, Autonomous, Salem, Tamil Nadu. Today, let us discuss about endocrine glands. Objectives of this course enable the students to learn about the hormone secreted in the endocrine glands, identify the functions of hormones secreted by endocrine glands, and analyze the effect of hyper and hyposecretion of hormones by the endocrine glands. Now, let us see what is endocrine glands. It is also referred to a hormone system which are found in all mammals and influences almost every cell, organ, and functions of our body. The endocrine system consists of glands located throughout the body, hormones made by the glands and released into the bloodstream or the fluid surrounding the cells, and also the receptors in various organs and tissues that recognize and respond to the hormones. What are hormones? Hormones are considered as long distance chemical signals. Hormones affects most of the body cells and regulating the growth and development. Hormones balance of blood components, body defenses like immunity, cellular metabolism, energy balance, and even reproduction. Hormones, also called as chemical messengers that are released into the bloodstream to act on an organ in another part of the body. Although hormones reach all parts of the body, only target cell with compatible receptors are equipped to respond to the particular hormone. Over 500 hormones have been identified in humans and other vertebrates. Here is the overview of our endocrine system. It consists of several glands as well as the governing body known as hypothalamus. So it contains pituitary gland, thyroid glands, smaller glands like pineal and thymus glands, the pancreas situated near the stomach, adrenal glands in the kidney, and both the male and female reproductive organ also act as an endocrine system. Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus links our endocrine and nervous system together. It is mainly situated in the brain. You could able to see the hypothalamus, which is shown in green color, and the hypothalamus derives the endocrine system. The pituitary gland. Here you could able to identify the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus. Under the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland is situated. It is a small pea-sized gland located in the base of the brain. It controls endocrine hormones throughout the body. The pituitary glands divided into two main sections, anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary, both connected with the hypothalamus. This picture clearly shows the different lobes of the pituitary gland. The posterior lobe secretes hormones that are made by hypothalamus. The anterior lobe produces its own hormones, several of which act on all other endocrine system. Now let us see what are all the hormones secreted by the pituitary gland. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH, growth hormone, GH, prolactin, PRL, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, luteinizing hormone, LH. Let us see each hormones. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. This hormone helps to respond to the stress. It stimulates adrenal gland to produce cortisol, the stress hormone, which has many functions in regulating our body metabolism. Thyroid stimulating hormone. It stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones that manage the metabolism, energy level, and the nervous system function. Growth hormone. In children, growth is stimulated by growth hormone. In adults, growth hormone helps to maintain healthy muscles and bone and impacts the fat distribution throughout our body. Prolactin. This hormone stimulates milk production during lactation. Follicle stimulating hormone. It stimulates sperm production in male and stimulates the ovaries to produce the egg. Also helps in the egg development in female. This hormone known as gonadotrophic hormone. Next is the luteinizing hormone. It stimulates ovulation in female and testosterone hormone in males. The hormones of posterior pituitary, antidiuretic hormone ADH or vasopressin. This hormone regulates the water balance and sodium levels in the body. Oxytocin helps during childbirth and sending the signals to the uterus to contract after delivery. Let us see the disorders of hypersecretion of pituitary hormone. The disease known as gigantism, very, very tall due to high level of growth hormone secretion. Acromegaly, it is a disorder occurs when body makes excessive growth hormone. The face and the fingers and the toes, everything will be abnormal in size in acromegaly condition. Cushing syndrome, excessive amount of hormone called adrenal corticotrophic elevates the blood cortisol level, leads to moon phase. Diabetes insipidus, it is a condition insufficient production of antidiuretic hormone which helps the body to conserve optimal amount of water. There will be a excessive urination in diabetes insipidus condition. Empty cella syndrome, characterized by an enlarged bony structure, leads to impotence, reduced sexual desire, and irregular menstruation. Hyposecretion of pituitary hormones leads to dwarfism, that is, growth will be very less due to growth hormone deficiency. The brain does not make enough of the hormone that cause bones to grow. Acromicria, it is abnormally small extremities, mainly underdeveloped fingers and the toes. Hypopituitarism, it have an impact on hormone production in the adrenal gland, thyroid gland, testes and ovaries also. Next is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland secrete hormones like triiodothyronine, tetraiodothyronine or thyroxine, calcitonin. You could able to see the thyroid gland which is situated in our neck region. It divided into right lobe and left lobe connected by isthmus. So iodine is an integral part of the T3 and T4 secretion. Sources of iodine include iodized table salt, seafoods, seaweed, and vegetables. So this provides a view on different thyroid hormones and its function. T3 influence our heart function. Also, it have an impact on our digestion, brain development, and nervous system. T4 have an effect on our bone health and muscle contraction. During our walking, during our speaking, everything, the muscle needs to be contracted, which is mainly regulated by T4. Another hormone, calcitonin, regulate the production of parathyroid hormone and regulate the bone health by the calcium absorption and reabsorption. It also regulates kidney clearance rate. The thyroid hormone disorders leads to goiter. It is enlargement of thyroid gland. In the neck region, there will be a more enlargement due to deficient secretion of thyroid hormone. Hyperthyroidism, increased thyroid hormones than the body needs, leads to more weight loss, irregular heartbeat. Hypothyroidism, that is reduced secretion of thyroid hormone, results in fatigue, lethargy, feeling cold, hair loss, delayed puberty. Decreased iodine intake can cause iodine deficiency and decrease the thyroid hormone synthesis. Iodine deficiency can also cause cretinism, goiter, myxedema, coma, and hypothyroidism. Let us see about adrenal gland. You can able to see the adrenal gland present upper top of the kidneys. Both kidneys contain adrenal gland. In this picture, you can clearly see adrenal gland consists of two parts. Outer portion is called adrenal cortex and the inner portion is adrenal medulla. Adrenal cortex secretes hormones like glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, and androgens. Inner medulla secretes catecholamine hormones. Adrenal cortex hormones, mineralocorticoids known as aldosterone. This hormone helps to maintain the body's salt and water balance, which is very, very important for maintaining our blood pressure. Glucocorticoids, otherwise known as cortisol. This is known as body's natural steroid involved in the response to illness and also helps to regulate body metabolism and anti-inflammatory effects. Adrenal androgens plays an important role in early development of sex organs in childhood. The adrenal medulla produces catecholamines. These hormones include adrenaline, noradrenaline, and small amounts of dopamine. These hormones responsible for all physiological characteristics of the stress response, also called as fight or flight response, which include increased heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, dilated pupils in the eye, and looking flushed or pale. So here I could able to see tell you an example. When in a crowd somebody call you as your name, suddenly your heartbeat will be increased and the breathing rate will be increased. You will be very pale. So that is mainly due to the secretion of adrenaline hormone in your adrenal gland. So that is very much helps to fight against the particular stress. Then you will be normal within few seconds. The disorders of adrenal gland hormones, Addison's disease, a condition in which adrenal glands do not make enough cortisol, results in severe weakness of the body. Cushing syndrome, already we discussed in the pituitary gland disorders, because the ACTH or secretion results in too much of cortisol in the body, leads to excess sweating, hunger, insomnia, like the sleep disturbances in the body. Next is the pancreas, which is a large gland located behind the stomach. So you could able to see the picture. In the pancreas, the islets of Langerhans produces hormones like insulin, glucagon, gastrin, and amylin. Insulin is a hormone made in the beta cells. Beta cells make about 75% of pancreatic hormones. Insulin is the hormone helps our body to use the sugar or glucose for energy. Without enough insulin, the blood sugar level raises in the blood, leads to the condition known as diabetes. Glucagon, alpha cells make about 20% in the pancreas, which produce glucagon hormone. If the blood sugar level gets too low, glucagon helps to raise it by sending message to the liver to release the stored sugars. Gastrin, it is primarily made in G cells in the stomach, but some of it is made in the pancreas also. It stimulates the stomach to make gastric acid and helps in the digestion. Amylin is made in beta cells and helps to control our appetite and stomach emptying. So, disorders with the pancreas. The most common problem associated with insulin is diabetes. It occurs when the body either does not secrete enough insulin or when the body no longer uses the insulin it secretes effectively. Diabetes falls in two categories. Type 1 diabetes occurs when pancreas cannot produce enough insulin to meet its own needs. This commonly occurs in children. Many consider it to be an autoimmune disease. Symptoms include tiredness, increased urination and thirst, and vision problems. Type 2 diabetes, it's more commonly associated with adults and lifestyle changes. People with type 2 diabetes will produce insulin, but often not enough for their body needs. To summarize, endocrine hormones help to control our mood, growth, and development, the way our organs work, metabolism, and reproduction. Many things affect hormone levels, such as stress, infection, and change in the balance of fluids and minerals in the blood. Hope you understand the endocrine glands. Thank you.